Hey, did you guys know that the word yoink is past tense for yeet? Hello, everybody! Joshua Verwers here. If you are new to this channel, each time I upload a video, it is designed to bring you information and inspiration to help you live by faith. So, of course, if that sounds good to you, hit that little subscribe button, ring the little bell. That way YouTube notifies you each and every time I upload a new video. Which, of course, is every single day here in the month of April because we are doing VEDA, which is vlog every day in April. But I say we because it's not just me. It is Jared and Jess from the channel A Bite of Brownie. If you have not checked them out, head over to their channel. Check them out because they're on their channel. They're trying to help you taste and see the extravagant love of God. And that's something you want to be hooked up with. Now, what we're doing is this little series that we call Vlog Pastors, where every day we're each asking each other a question that we then have to answer the next day on our channels while we ask each other another question. It goes back and forth. It's this whole thing that somehow we're managing to do it and we're not confusing ourselves too much. Are we confusing you guys? Have I confused you yet? Are you confused? Are you confounded? Are you perplexed? Are you puzzled? Are you bewildered? Maybe not. So, to the whole point of this thing, and I started it off by saying, did you realize that the word yoink is past tense for yeet? I'm not actually sure if that's true, although my son, who's 13, tells me that yes, it is true, that yoinked is the past tense of yeet. I'm still not even sure I know what the word yeet means. But that brings me to the question that Jared asked me in yesterday's vlog. He said, if you had 6 minutes to speak to Gen Z and the Millennials, what would you say? How would you communicate their value and worth in 6 minutes? And I'm sitting here, I'm thinking, oh, well, you've got 2 different generations that speak 2 different languages and have had 2 different experiences, and they're a generation apart. And I'm supposed to try to figure out what would I say and how would I say it. But not only how would I say it, how would I communicate their worth and their value in 6 minutes? Why would you do such a thing? Why would you ask me that question? Why? What were you thinking? What were you thinking? Really, what were you thinking? Why do you ask me a question that has a question inside a question about it was really just like 6 questions. Buckle up for this one. I got something to teach you. Maybe. Conventional wisdom says when we're talking to generations, we've got to be able to speak to them in a way that they understand it. And the next generation, we've got to be able to speak to them in a way that they understand it. And I get this as a pastor because I pastor a multi-generational church. Some Sundays, we've got all the way from like 4 to 84. And I'm preaching to them when we do our Family First Sundays. So it's like everybody is in there. And I've got to try to craft a message that can bridge that gap. I've got it. I know what we've got to do. See, if we are going to talk to Gen Z, we have to talk like Gen Z. Yes! All we got to do is figure out how to present the gospel in a short manner using Gen Z lingo. This is gonna be good. Yeah. All right, here we go. You ready? Ready? Don't make fun of me. I'm getting in character. Sup, fam? Here's some real talk. God had big love and saw we needed milk, so he yoinked his son Jesus, who became iconic so that we could be woke and glow up.
Yeet! Just be real. God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him will not perish but have everlasting life. Was that so hard?
What she said. So, okay, that was just kind of a funny and it was kind of a joke, but it was actually kind of true. what my daughter Reagan was saying is that you need to be real. I need to be real. We just need to be real. Be who God called you to be and just communicate the love that He's already poured out in your heart with others. The what we say and the how we say it only matters if we can get to them. Go where they're at and just share the love that you've already experienced. Now just imagine, if you will, that there's this entire generation that's out there that is spending so much time behind a screen watching these videos. And what if you could happen to get your face on those videos? What could happen if your face was the face that they were looking at and you were able to share with them how much God values and loves them? See, honestly, that's the reason that I got into this YouTube game in the first place. I was looking at my children and seeing they were spending all of this time on YouTube, and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go. Jesus says, go into all the world and preach the gospel. So I'm going into the digital world and I'm gonna preach the gospel. I'm gonna preach the good news that if you will have faith in Jesus Christ and faith in Jesus Christ alone, you can have this eternal, everlasting, abundant life where we are tasting and seeing the extravagant love of God. We are realizing how much He loves us. We are experiencing the goodness of God. Come on, Josh, let's preach. I mean, this is the platform that we have. This is the ability that we have to reach this generation. But seriously, what would happen if every pastor would just grab one of these and just stop pontificating, preacher? Just be simple. Keep it simple. Give them a bite-sized nugget that they can take in their daily life to understand how much God loves them. Man, could we change the world using one screen to reach one soul at a time? Jesus was real. Jesus just kept it real. We need to be real. Just be who you are. And I know there are people out there, because I've heard them, and they will say, Josh, you're too real, you're too raw, and you need to be more reserved. And yet I truly believe what Trey Van Camp says when he says that personal is always more powerful than professional. Be real. Stop trying to be somebody that you're not. Which I guess that gets me to my question for you now, Jared, because my question for you is about being authentic and being true, being personal more than professional. And so here's what I wonder. What is your opinion on preachers and their attire when it comes to church? Should a preacher, say, walk in and preach in just a t-shirt, jeans, and tennis shoes? Is that okay? Does the preacher need to have a three-piece suit with a bow tie? Does the preacher have to have a robe? And I guess while we're also talking about it, what would happen if I were to preach wearing my hat? I mean, I wear it 6 days a week. Why not the 7th? Where do we go with this? What do you think? So now, let me ask you guys a question. Jared's not the only one that gets questions in these videos. I'm asking each of you too. I want to know what your thoughts are on the personal versus the professional. What do you like to see in your preachers? Do you like to see them more buttoned up and more reserved, or do you like to see them more down to the earth, mixing and mingling with people? I mean, just let me know. Let me know down in the comment section below. I would love to hear it. I would love to talk to you down there. And until tomorrow, stay blessed. Enjoy God's best. Have a great day. That's all I got for you. I mean, I recorded a bunch of stuff today, but none of it seemed to fit with what you asked me, so I just left it all out. You give me the truck vlog. I give you the bedroom vlog. Did you guys know that this is my bedroom? It is. My wife's over there. She's about 5 feet away. She's laying in bed. She's wondering when I'm going to hurry up and stop talking and turn off all these big bright lights so she can go to sleep. Probably about now.